bad.
Talk a little bit. I just want to hear the audio.
So what's going on?
Can you say your name for the camera?
My name is Jacob Candy Krabby.
And where did your story start?
My story started back from Nigeria, Lagos, all the way to United States of America.
How was it growing up in Lagos?
Growing up in Lagos, it depends on what you mean, but I will summarize this way that we're just like um, middle class, family of seven. We are we are bound together with love and unity. We are all the family. We have extended family that we unite together. We come together. If one thing happens to one person, it happens to other people. Um, it's about we sharing love. It's about giving out. It's about we being focused. But what I could remember my growing up, especially um, when I lost my mom, then I think I was about to be 17 or 18, either way. I knew that the morals and and the impacts of seeing my mother, what she does, how she relate with people, how she comport herself. Though I was a little bit stubborn, but I never involved myself in anything that it's not called for. I never go out there smoking. I never go out there fighting. I never go out there and doing all this illegal thing people are doing. The orientation I had was you gotta be your brother's keeper and you gotta be focused and be somebody in your life. I mean, it all goes along with things that I saw, and there's certain things I think um, I formed the habit of doing, and there's certain things I do because of who I am, and it's all good. I mean, back home, it's everything was good. So as I was saying, what I learned when I lost my mom was that you have to work hard. You don't have to let people, you don't want to, you don't want to, you don't want people to see, yeah, I mean, that's what they're expecting. I mean, the negative side of you. You want to make good higher. You want to be somebody in your life. You want to be relevant. And because though it was rough, but I think with God and my kind of person, and I believe, even if it's not me, I believe my mother's prayer is the one that's helping me personally because I know she's a prayer warrior. She prays a lot, and I felt most of the things she has done before now, even before me, before she had me. I think those are the good things that's following me right now. But because I'm not perfect, but there's certain things I think I didn't deserve, which I got, and a certain step I took, which was so wrong, but God made a way for me out of it. And when I look back, I'm like, it could be worse. But thank God for God. Thank God for the kind of person I am. I want to get things done, no matter the obstacle, no matter the. It's not about how long, but just have to get there and do what you're supposed to do. Then coming to America, I would say
Wait, before you get there, I want to like keep this part one focus on like Lagos and Nigeria. So I heard back in your day you were like a big football player. So
yeah.
like talk to us about that.
So back home, I love football a lot. If I don't play football one in a day, I'll get sick.
Hmm.
Football is like a food for me. I play a lot. Even in my household, I would say in my neighborhood, I'm one of the top guys out there. There's what they call, we go play for another street, another county, another states. They hire us, they pay us for us to go and play for them. And initially I thought I'm gonna be a footballer. Because people anywhere I go, they know me that I play soccer, and sometimes I go to the store, they say, "Oh, don't pay," because they know me. But no, seriously, they know me. I play so. Sometimes I'll be walking on the street, some people just come, "Oh, is that not you?" That I say yes. They'll give me some money. So that was my thing then. I don't. I have a lot of friends, but I don't. I know I don't really go out like that. I have a particular sport I go to, and I have particular people I roll with. Though I have the good, the ugly among them, but maybe because of the reputation I had, I wasn't. There was nothing like peer pressure for me. There was nothing like I have to do because my friend is doing this. I have my own mind, and yeah. So another thing, the neighborhood, in my neighborhood in Surrey, anybody that want to know me, they will associate me with good things. They know me for good things. They never saw me doing bad anything. In a group like that, in a community like that, there are some people that do things that are noted for bad things. But I never did anything that's maybe going to the station or taking me to or police. No, never happened.
So what happened? Why didn't you stop playing football?
Why? Um, Back home, I mean, I think the major thing in my family, I would say what I saw in my family is we have to go to school. You have to study. You have to go to school, finish your college, get a job, get married, and start your life. So playing soccer is not a thing that's it's part of. It's even my senior brother, Kolade Shigme. He plays soccer a lot too. So I don't think that's what we want to do. We want to go to school, get a job, settle down, and have our life, our family. So
What was
there's a lot of people. I knew some people that they became big at playing soccer today, but that's what they chose.
your favorite moment playing soccer?
Oh
Or
my
like
God!
watching the Super Eagles or something like that?
You mean watching
Like, what was your favorite moment playing soccer?
playing or watching? Well,
In general, just with soccer.
so I have in my neighborhood in Surulere, we have this team they call Milo team. Milo. So Milo is like a set of people that lives in that neighborhood. So that's the name of that team. We always win. We never lost. We have a lot of other street that will come to our area to play soccer competition. We have a lot of competition that we play, but we always beat them. And in my neighborhood, there's a stadium they call UAC there back then. That UAC is just like maybe like 15 minutes walk to my house, max 20 minutes.
You used to live by the National Stadium too.
Exactly. So a lot of people, I go there to watch soccer competitions there. There is no competition in that neighborhood I never watch unless maybe I'm not around. So I go there to watch. Soccer is my thing. I love soccer a lot. Even I play for my high school. I play for my secondary school too. I mean my primary school. So and my neighborhood, them, as I said, a lot of people knows me playing soccer. They don't know me for any other thing. Most of people,
What do you feel like would happen if you kept playing soccer?
if I stop,
No, if you kept playing.
I'll be if I keep on playing, I know I'm gonna be. Then I think then the professional team was not really known like that.
Professional team?
No, it's most of the things are local team. So the money there was not much, but they have the fame.
So you're like a local neighborhood hero.
What I'm saying,
Neighborhood star.
no, I don't play professional because professional was not really invoked then.
Yeah.
But the local people, it's like a national team. It's not like people goes abroad to play. No, you stay in your local area and play.
Mm.
Then I mean, I know I would have been up there if I was playing, if there was no injury, because most times injury mess you up. But I know because I knew I use the left leg, and hardly you see people that use left leg. That's a lot of people use like right leg, so they're always in need of lefties. So I know I'll be there, and I have a particular guy too that we play together. You know, he says like second house to my eye, so we're good. Those are my team. And there's, if at all we are playing like every day, we have this practice. Not practice, we just play casually. If I'm there, I'm not, they'll make sure they pick me before I even like come here. Oh, we want Kenny, we want this, we want that. So when I say, well, what side do you want me to go? You know. Yeah. So it's, as I said, if I don't play soccer one day, I feel sick.
So how was it seeing me when I used to play soccer?
I was who?
When I used to play soccer, how was it like watching me play soccer?
You?
Yeah.
That even I wanted to play soccer. That's what I wanted. That's why I was telling you. I mean, really trying to encourage you. But I found that that's number one. This kind of environment doesn't appreciate soccer like that. They prefer basketball and other thing. And one thing about me, I just want people to be who they want to be. Nobody forced me to play soccer. Nobody tell me to play soccer. Nobody taught me how to play. I just know it, and I started playing it, and I was good at it. Even as I'm sitting there right now, if I want to go to the field today, people that know soccer, they see me hold the ball, they know this guy knows how. You know, I might not have the stamina, but I still have the skill.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about, I know one of your favorite musicians is Fela. I used to go to his shrine. So can you like talk about like, you know, his music and like just how that impacted you?
How the music affected me?
Yeah, just like what drew you to the music, and you know.
Well, I love Fela music. Even now, I think right now I'm more appreciating his messages, his songs compared to when I was young. But when we are young, the only thing we do is just go there, play around. You know, we just felt it's a social gathering.
Alright, keep going.
So another, I mean, it's most times I think it's Friday of the month or something. I can't remember, but I know it's most times on Fridays or every Friday night. So yeah, I love music generally. It's not even about Fela. I love music. If I listen to good music, I love to dance. I love music. I'm fond of good music. As long as the rhythms are good, the beating is good, and not that I don't need to understand. Most times I might not need to understand it, but when the beat is good, I love it.
What type of musician do you like? What type of music do you like? Do you like Afrobeat? Like what type?
Well,
you just any type of music
I'm old
in general?
school. Not that I'm old school compared to what I'm saying is I like R&B.
Oh really?
I do like R&B. I like Afro music. I like R&B. Then I like gospel music. But if you want to sit me down, that Kenny, what do you want if you want to relax? I would say R&B. I love 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm listening to all these Afro beat because the beats is good. And you know, most of the places I go, they play it. But if I want to have everything in my house, like I want to listen to music, R&B. 70s, 80s, 90s.
Can I ask you, like, when did you get into like fashion? Because everybody who sees you says you're probably the most stylish uncle or man that like they know. So like, what got you into fashion or style? Or how would you even describe your fashion or style?
Oh man, I love to dress. I love to dress good, you know. And I wouldn't say somebody inspired me or what I see. I think it's just the way I was brought up. Back home, going when I was like 4 or 5, we used to put on a suit, blazer, and a tie, a bow tie. You know, some Christians, that's how they feel they have to dress every Sunday. So being a little kid, the last child of 7, I think most attention was on me. So anything they buy for me, it's always like perfect at that time. And growing up, I love to look clean, you know. Then it's just my kind of idea. I just want to clean, I want to dress good, that's it. I mean, it might not be so expensive, but I just want something that's gonna make me feel comfortable. And when I see people that dress good too, it makes me feel wanted to talk to them, you know. Yeah, so that was all. I mean, I think another thing I can talk about that is, I think my neighborhood, most of us that grew up in that Surulere at that particular time, we are cautious of how we dress. We don't just dress. We don't just Then good thing about it is like when I was in high school, back home we used to have like this Christmas now. We used to have it 2 weeks. I mean, before Christmas we have like a week or 2 weeks before Christmas. A lot of all like a month. Let me put it that way. So what we do, we gather money. We save money before then. So we go to the market and buy a shirt. They will give it to tailor to design to sew it for us with pants. So we have a particular tailor that we used to go to, or if you can, because if you can't buy it ready made, we go to the tailor and the tailor will sew it to our taste. Yep.
Okay. So like, how was it like leaving Lagos and then coming to Nigeria?
Coming to America?
Yeah. Yeah, coming to America.
Well, before we settled down, we came here for summertime, and I mean, it's not that it's tough. I mean, it was rough. It's not. Then we just got married in a way, and it's just a better life. Though I don't know what I'm expecting where I came, but I just believe because I like changes. I'm a guy that though one of the reasons that make me to change to come to the United States, back home I was working in the bank and I was trying to change. I think I've been in the bank in that banking, um, I think for maybe like, let me think a little bit. I think I've been there maybe like 5 years and I get tired of it. And I'm trying to get, it's a big company, it's one of the biggest bank in Nigeria then. And I was trying to move from another bank to another bank, and I found out that the criteria they're asking for, it doesn't in line with me, my belief. They want you gotta know somebody. You gotta, what you want to, I mean, which is good, what you want to bring to the bank is good, but you gotta know someone. And I have the opportunity of moving back to America, and I think about it. And I said, you know what? I'd rather try this and see. And it wasn't really, initially it was rough, but thank God for today.
Yeah, I know you used to have a lot of different jobs like growing up. Like you was working in the bank, then you was like doing taxi driving, then you were like now you work in the government, then you worked at the jail, you worked at the Chicago jail. But I know that you like want to be a lawyer. So like what like inspired you to be a lawyer? Like what makes you want to be a lawyer? Even at your age, because a lot of people at your age like feel like they'll try to give up on their dreams, but you are still still trying to push the boundaries, still trying to reach your dreams. So what even like led you into wanting to be into law?
The environment, back home, the orientation they gave me is you have to be relevant, you have to have a job, and then you have to have a career. And most of the things they keep on telling you back home was either you be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. And I love law. I love lawyers. Anytime I see lawyers, especially at church, especially, I never been to court anywhere back home. But anytime I see someone that is a lawyer, I see how they present themselves, how looking good they are, and the way they speak. And that was my dream. Even growing up, I wanted to be a lawyer. That's all my thing. And most of the people I really said I love, I mean, like, I'm not going to say they're celebrities, but I think they are the socialites that I know back home then. They're lawyers and medical doctors especially. So I knew I wasn't all that good in science back in school, but I know I'm good in art studies. And that was most of the time, even before I went to school back home, before I went to college, that was most of the places I applied for was to be a lawyer. And I'm still looking at a good time for me to do it back here, just to have the knowledge and to see if I can help some people out of it. Some people, there's a lot of immigrants have a lot of problems in terms of the situation they have. I mean, it's not only immigration problems. Some people have civil cases and a lot of criminal cases. And then and when I came here, when I started working with the county, most of my job are with the judges, and I work in the jail. It makes me to think about it again. And some of the things I saw in the courtroom, some of the things I saw in jail, some of the things, and I saw that, I mean, for somebody to do it, I can do it. And that's what I was thinking that I wanted to do. So I was trying to bring it back to my plans, which I know with time, with God help, it might come to reality.
When you look back in your life, how do you reflect on it? Because I know growing up, you always say that you got people that you know a lot of people, and you like any place in the city, you know about it. You have a whole bunch of experiences all over the world, from Lagos to Chicago. So when you look back in your experiences, because you have like a very larger than life personality, So when you look back on it, how do you reflect on it?
Reflect on what?
Just like your life journey, like all these experiences and people
So I think
you met on the way.
so. Another thing I felt, I've been, maybe I would say I've been lucky in a way, you know. Thinking back, I I think God has designed how I'm gonna live, how my journey is gonna be. But most of the things I think I found is everything is someone's hand. And from my own experience, if I if I push for something and I really committed to it, I always get it. And by the time I'm another thing I knew I found out about myself again is if I want something, there's always a way for me to get it. It might take me time, but I always get it. So looking back from my journeys, let me say my journey when I got to know what I really want to do or who am I. When you're like 14, 15, I don't know much. I would say when I would say 18, I decided I know what I want. But it was so rough without having parents. Though I have sisters and brothers, they are so supportive, but it's not like when you have a home, but they're supportive. And I wouldn't say I went through bad things. It wasn't like rough in comparison to other people. But if I look back, I would think I would be better off from the way I plan it. I think I will look better off. But maybe some little thing, epochs on the road, maybe some little thing, but I can't pinpoint what was it. But everything worked for good. You know, everything worked for good. I've been seeing a lot of people that helped me, even not knowing them. They just want to share hands, or anywhere I go. Sometimes I just have the favor. I have the favor because not because I know them, or not because they have to help me, or not because they have to connect me, but they just do it. And from there, we decided we became families.
Where did you learn to become like a leader? Because with our family, I feel like you're the one who's still trying to connect everybody from all over the country and all over the globe together, and like even like you did like community service on the west side of Chicago. So like, where did you get your leadership? Like, because a lot of people do come to you for help and stuff like that. I know that. So where do you feel like you get
Well,
that from?
I think it's just the wisdom. If God gives you wisdom, and I tell people that I'm very close to, I said one thing. No, first thing you need to know is who you are. If you know who you are, you know how to move around your life. God gave everybody skill, and God gives everybody certain things. Some are kind-hearted, some are listening people, some are, there's something God to be kind to people and to listen. Empathy. I think that's my thing. I think I go to the extent, even I go to the extent that sometimes when I have empathy on people, it affects me. But when you fall down, you gotta get up and learn. So I've learned some things. So what I know, the more I grow, the more I know myself better. There's certain things I don't want to involve myself in. I won't go there. You know, not because I don't care, but I knew that I can't help, and if I involve myself in it, it's gonna be a burden on me too. You know, so I think I love. I think I have that. I love list. I love peace. You know, I love love. I love unity. I love people to be together, to love each other, to love it, to unite. Because nobody is an island. Just like having a wife. If your wife is not supportive, I don't know how you're gonna do it. Or you have a family, you don't love each other. I don't care what your parents inherit for you. It's gonna mess up. So that's why I keep on telling. I mean, not that I'm telling. Maybe I preach it around. You got to show love to people. You got to love. You got to unite people. Because anywhere there is love, I don't think anything can separate love among people. If there is love, if you guys love each other. So me doing things not because I want to show who I am or I want to brag about it. It's just my normal self. Anywhere I go, even people that I know outside, if I see them something, they come to me. Maybe the way I present myself to them, or more, maybe what they see in me. I mean, I try to help them, and I'm not willing for them to give me anything back from what I do. I just do it out of my own church mind, you know. But I think it's just my nature, and I think I saw that to my mom. I'm not close to my dad like that. I'm not really close. I know he's a good guy, but I'm not close to him. I'm very close to my mom. So everything you see about me is about my mom. It's not anybody. I don't just, yeah.
All right, what you want to leave the people with?
The legacy I want to leave for people to know about me
Hmm.
is just sheer love.
No, I'm saying like your final words, like
My what?
your final words for the video.
Well, all I can tell whoever who cares to listen or who want a better thing for themselves is first thing I tell people is God. God. It now depends on how you want to worship God. You know, some people worship God to show people I'm worshiping God. Some people worship God to show that okay, because I'm a Christian. No, you have to have faith in Him. You have to believe Him. You have to pray. Prayer is the key. If you pray, then you work hard. And another thing you gotta know who you are. You gotta know your strength. You gotta know your weakness. There's certain things you don't want to involve yourself in. If you know that you can't do it. I know myself. I know my limitation. I know my strength. So I use my strength to override my weakness. But the main thing I know is I want to be focused. I want to be relevant. I want to be relevant. Not relevant to be like bragging, but to know that this is me. I'm a man. You know, when you say you are this, you are that, you got to show. They said whatever you do is not your presentation matters. Humility, you have to be humble. You know. So a lot of things. It depends on the situation. My situation might be different from other people's situation. You know, but the first thing is believe, pray, be focused, and don't give up.
All right, that's it. I know you're gonna be a future alderman, so why should they vote for you? This is the last one. I'm done.
In the future of a man.
Yeah, alderman. You gonna be alderman?
So, though I'm an immigrant, and I found out that in America is a country, to me, from where I came from, it's a country God loves so much. Number one. Number two, I like to give back. Give back to the community. You know, everything, not that you don't want to have everything you want, but wealth is nothing. It's your good legacy that matters. It's what you do to other people that matters. Not that I want to give everything I have to other people, but you got to help people. Giving back is my thing. serving the community, making sure that it's peace. Peace is so important in the community. Love. People are happy. When you're happy, it's like a tree. If the branch is happy, the root is not happy. How can they walk? So everything has to be in line. You know, to be another man, I just want to see how I can make my relevance, my personality, my kind of person, and put it back to the community.
All right, that's good. All right, that's it.
Yes, sir.
That's a wrap.
Thank you for interviewing me, sir.
No problem.